Hello viewers, in the continuity with Gwalior Gharana's exponent, in this lecture I will make a special mention about Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar's disciples. If the viewers want to know about what is Gharana, the origin of Gwalior Gharana and the leading exponents of Gwalior Gharana such as Haddu Khan, Hassu Khan, Gule Imam Khan, Mehndi Hasan Khan, Chote Muhammad Khan, Rahmat Khan and Nisar Hussain Khan, Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar, Pandit Vasudev Bua Joshi, Pandit Balkrishnan Bua Ichilkaranjikar. It is highly recommended to go through my previous lecture on Gwalior Gharana. In this lecture, I will discuss mainly about Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar's disciples, who enriched Gwalior Gharana with their specific contributions. First, let's know about Pandit Onkarnath Thakur. Pandit Onkarnath Thakur, who is famously known as Sangeet Martand, was a melodious singer, excellent teacher, musicologist, and a music genius. He was the most renowned disciple of Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar, who received regular training in his Gandhav Mahavidyalaya for almost 6 years and was groomed into an excellent musician. Thereafter, he performed in Nepal and visited Europe with the aim to popularize Hindustani music. He participated in the International Music Conference in Florence and enthralled the audience with his magical singing. He traveled widely, giving musical recitals and lecture-cum demonstrations. Pandit Onkarnath Thakur became the accomplished singer in the style of Gwalior Gharana and added much more in it. He had beautiful, cultivated and powerful voice. The greatest style of his singing was his presentations of emotions, which moved everyone wherever he went. His famous bhajans Jogi Matja and Main Nahi Makhan Khayo were so full of emotions that often the audiences were moved to tears. Listen to it. Pandit Onkarnath Thakur contributed a lot towards music education. He was appointed the maiden dean of the College of Music in BHU, where he worked with a missionary zeal to make it a success. He was not only a renowned and gifted artist and a musicologist, but above all, a teacher par excellence. Amongst his countless disciples, a few names are Dr. Premlata Sharma, Yashwant Rai Purohit, Dr. Pradeep Dikshit, Firoz K. Dastoor, Subhadra Kulsresht, Dr. N. Rajam, etc. I feel honored in mentioning that during my research work, I had the rare privilege to interview and share my views with the many disciples of Pandit Onkarnath Thakur ji. Pandit Gharana Thakur authored many valuable books such as Pranav Bharati, Sangeetanjali in 6 parts, and Rag and Ras. He was conferred with many awards during his lifetime, like Sangeet Mahamahopadhyay, Sangeet Martand, Sangeet Samrat, and Sangeet Prabhakar. He was awarded with the honorary degree of D.Litt and the Sangeet Natak Academy Award. In 1955, he was honored by the Government of India with Padma Shri for his rich contribution to the cause of music. Thus, we can say that Pandit Gharana Thakur was not only a melodious singer but an excellent teacher, musicologist, and music genius who gave a fresh tempo to the development of both theory and practice of Hindustani music. Pandit Vinayak Rao Patwardhan. Pandit Vinayak Rao Patwardhan was an excellent disciple of the renowned Pandit Vishnu Digambar Puluskar. Pandit Patwardhan brought his voice to a commendable degree of perfection with the systematic and regular training under the capable guidance of his guru and the rigorous practice. He established himself a first-rate musician. He had a rich and captivating voice, purity of rags, full-throated production of sound, bol band, bol tan, etc. were the most striking features of his performance, which also combined bhakti, the devotion. He served in various branches of Gandharva Mahavidyalaya and was principal of Vishnu Digambar Sangeet Vidyalaya, Pune. Among his prominent disciples may be mentioned Pandit D.V. Puluskar, son of Pandit Vishnu Digambar Puluskar, Narayan Rao Patwardhan, Vinay Chandra Modgil, and many others. He wrote famous series of books named Rag Vigyan in 6 parts, with the description of rags, alaps, tans, and composition in 140 popular and rare rags. The Rag Vigyan series are of great practical value, both for the students as well as for the teachers. Pandit Patwardhan was one of the very few personalities who raised the status of Hindustani music by popularizing it among the educated and cultural social circle. He was awarded Sangeet Natak Academy Award in 1965 and Padma Bhushan in 1972 by the Government of India for his commendable services to Hindustani music. Listen to the recordings of Pandit Vinayak Rao Patwardhan.
झिम झिम बूंदरिया बरसे ऋतुराई सावन
Professor B.R. Devdhar. Professor B.R. Devdhar, whose full name is Balkrishan Raghunath Devdhar, was the renowned disciple of Pandit Vishnu Digambar Puluskar. He was a great musician and musicologist. He is known for the many contributions to the advancement of music. He was the one who treated theory and practice alike. This was the reason which made him the most enlightened musician. He was an authority on voice culture. Professor Devdhar was an accomplished khyal singer. He was the director of the School of Indian Music, Bombay. He edited Sangeet Kala Vihar, a journal of music published by Gandharv Mahavidyalaya Mandal. Many of his research articles were published in this music journal. He was the chairman of Gandharv Mahavidyalaya Mandal, Bombay, ex-principal of College of Music and Fine Arts, BHU. He was HOD Music, Vanasthali Vidyapith, Rajasthan. Professor Devdhar authored the books on music such as Rag Bodh in 4 parts, Gayanacharya Pandit Vishnu Digambar, and The Pillars of Hindustani Music. I feel honored that I had met him twice for my music queries during my research work in December 1989, just 2 months before his sad demise. Pandit Shankar Rao Vyas and Narayan Rao Vyas. Shankar Rao Vyas and Narayan Rao Vyas, both the brothers, were very brilliant cultivators of Gwalior Gharana. They were the favorite disciples of the Guru Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar. Although Pandit Narayan Rao Vyas achieved more fame, wealth, and all-round success in his musical career, yet his elder brother Pandit Shankar Rao Vyas were more versatile of the two. Shankar Rao Vyas was not only a good classical singer, but he was also an excellent teacher and composer. Shankar Rao was one of the early pupils to join Gandharv Mahavidyalaya of Pandit Pluskar and entered there in 1910. 3 years later, his brother Narayan Rao also joined him, and both of them were trained under the close supervision of Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar. Narayan Rao, because of his melodious voice, deep interest, and quickness to grasp, became the favorite disciple of Panditji. During his 10 years training in Mahavidyalaya, he toured with Pandit Pluskarji during his music programs and thus gained confidence and experience. After the completion of training, in 1923, Vyas brothers founded Gujarat Sangeet Vidyalaya in Ahmedabad. But Narayan Rao's ambition was to become a performing artist. He had a good stock of khyals, thumris and bhajans. Therefore, he left the Vidyalaya after 4 years and settled in Bombay. In 1926-27, after his first concert in Bombay, he was well praised for his melodious voice and his command over rags. After that, he performed in Punjab, UP, Sindh, and many other places and won many medals and prizes. Narayan Rao came to the notice of Gramophone Company, and many of his rags recitals were recorded. Thereafter, his reputation had spread into every nook and corner of the country through his remarkably successful gramophone records. In those days of gramophone records in India, his discs had enjoyed record sale. His khyal in Rag Adhana, Teri Muhe Jaane De, in Malkons, Neer Bharan Kaise Jaun, in Rag Durga, Sakhi More Runjhun, and many more were big success. Listen to one of his recordings. Narayan Rao won popularity, fame and wealth without any struggle. Gifted with naturally tuneful and flexible voice, he was able to sing effortlessly right from the beginning. His light music and devotional bhajans like Shyam Sundar, Madan Mohan, Radhe Krishna Bol were well acclaimed. Thus Narayan Rao was pioneer in popularizing Hindustani music all over India through his records. He was performing regularly for AIR, the Gramophone Company and the music conferences as well. Narayan Rao wears solo concerts as well as jugalbandis, that is duets with Pandit Vinayak Rao Patwardhan, won much acclaim even in their ripe old age. Narayan Rao, however, did not have the inclination towards teaching, yet he groomed his own talented son, Vidyadhar Vyas, into a good performing artist who followed his father's style exactly and later became head of the music department in Bombay University. I had the honor to meet him and interview him. Shankar Rao Vyas, following his guru Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar's footsteps, continued to teach. He felt it his duty to perpetuate his guru's noble work of propagating classical music among the masses. Thus, he survived Gwalior Gharana Gaiki among the masses through his teaching. Narayan Rao Vyas' music survived through his tapes and large number of gramophone records, which can still be heard. Thus, both the brothers popularized Gwalior Gharana throughout their lives. D.V. Pluskar, popularly known as D.V. Pluskar's full name was Dattatreya Vishnu Pluskar. He was the only son of the great exponent of Gwalior Gharana and the great reformer of music education in India, Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar. D.V. Pluskar was born to Pandit Pluskar in the sunset of his life in 1921. By then, Pandit Pluskar had lost his 11 children in their infancy. Dattatreya, who was nicknamed Bapu Rao by his relatives and friends, when he was very young, Panditji himself began his music lessons. But due to Pandit Vishnu Digambar's frequent performing tours, he entrusted his own nephew Chintamani Pluskar with the task of giving regular training to little Bapu Rao. But whenever Panditji was in Nasik, he himself gave the hours of training to Bapu Rao in sargams, paltas in various rags. In 1931, when Bapurao was only 10, he lost his father. After that, he received the training from Pandit Vinayak Rao Patwardhan, a very dedicated disciple of Pandit Vishnu Digambar Paluskar. By the age of 14, Bapurao had learned nearly 350 compositions in 40 or 50 rags. Pandit Vinayak Rao Patwardhan spared no pains on his part to groom his revered Guru's brilliant son, Bapurao. Bapurao became the most accomplished musician through the years of rigorous and systematic training. Dattatreya gave his debut performance in Harivallabh Sangeet Sammelan in 1935. It was such a big success that he was booked for conferences and concerts all over the country, and he became one of the most popular broadcasters of his time. Besides his regular broadcasts from many stations of AIR, he participated in large number of radio concerts, radio Sangeet Sammelans, national programs, etc. Many AIR preserved his recordings. In 1945, the HMV Gramophone Company cut his first disc, which was so well received that they cut a large number of short 78 RPM records, which are popular till today. Although D.V. Paluskar's musical style was basically of Gwalior Gharana, but he synthesized into it bright features from other gharanas also, such as the rich variety of tans and poltans from the Agra Troli style. His voice modulation revealed the influence of Kirana Gharana. His singing was full of the features that any khayal singer can have, such as melodiousness, clarity in tans, expressions of emotion in singing, correct and clear voice production, and full controlled voice, which reflected also devotional expression. Although Dattatreya had a very good command over rags and compositions, yet he always preferred to present popular and expensive rags and the traditional bandishes. His favorite rags were Lalit, Todi, Asavri, Vibhas, Jaunpuri, Gaudsarang, Bhimpalasi, Shri, Marwa, Yaman, Kedar, Hamir, Bhopali, Malkons, Kamod, Kannada and Malhar, etc. Listen to one of his rag. In his concerts, D.V. Pluskar invariably included some bhajans of Mirabai, Surdas, Tulsidas, or some other saint poets, for which there was always a great demand. His bhajans such as Raghupati Raghav Rajaram, Janaki Nath Sahai, Chalo Man Ganga Jamuna Tir, Payo Ji Maine Ram Ratan Dhan Payo, Raghukul Reet Sada Chali Aayi, have almost become his monopolies, in the sense that people wish to hear these in his voice only. Listen to his bhajan.
जब जानकी नाथ सहाय करे, जब जानकी नाथ सहाय करे, तब कौन बिगाड़ करे नर तेरो जानकी नाथ सहाय करे, जब जानकी नाथ सहाय करे, तब कौन बिगाड़ करे नर तेरो जानकी नाथ सहाय.
Dattatreya was one of those rare musicians who rose to the fame while he was still in his 20s. But this young devotee of music was snatched away by the ill fate at the peak of his career on October 26, 1955, when he was 34 years only. While concluding today's lecture, we can say that besides these prominent disciples of Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar and the leading exponents of Gwalior Gharana, like Pandit Onkar Thakur, Pandit Vinayak Rao Patwardhan, Shankar Rao Vyas and Narayan Rao Vyas, Professor B.R. Devdar and D.V. Pluskar, there are many renowned names who enriched the Gwalior Gharana by the synthesis of their own specialities. Thus, through the disciples of Pandit Vishnu Digambar Pluskar, music wave of Gwalior Gharana flooded not only in Gwalior or Maharashtra, but in entire Gujarat, Punjab, Uttar Pradesh and many other places also. Thank you.